Vegeta's team's hardest challenge was finding their way to Universe 6. They savaged a large part of a planet full of hedgehog-like people, where 7-3 absorbed their power, the ability to create portals. With that, they were able to make their way to the Twin Universe, in search of the second half of the Super Dragon Balls. But without the location of the Dragon Balls, or a Dragon Radar, they would have a difficult time locating them. Vegeta knew only one person was smart enough to create a radar like that, and that would be Bulma, but she would never cooperate with him. He didn't want to do this, but he didn't have much of a choice, as he used his instant transmission he learned years ago from Yardrat to go to Capsule Corp, get the Dragon Radar, and teleport away. Bulma had been using the radar to collect the Dragon Balls for her next birthday, and had recently collected them all. She was disappointed to have lost the radar, being forced to create a new one. Moro grabbed 7-3's shoulder, pouring his magic into the android, expanding his senses until 7-3 felt it. Another universe very similar to his own. And with that, he opened a portal as Vegeta's crew arrived to Universe 6. But before we continue, only around 30% of you guys are subscribed. So don't forget to leave a like and click the bell icon so you never miss the best Dragon Ball what-ifs out there. And if you want to be a super fan, then consider becoming a Patreon. Anyways, let's continue with the story. Vegeta's crew travels around Universe 6, as 7-3 and some of the other crew attempts to update the radar to locate the Super Dragon Balls. It took a while, so they searched many places in the meantime, finding Namek and other planets like that. Moro took note of them all. To their surprise, it seems like the Super Dragon Balls were mostly together already, with only a couple missing. The team heads that way to be surprised by the planet-sized Dragon Balls. They seemed abandoned, so they claim them for themselves as they continue searching for the remaining ones. They found one more near a planet that reminded Vegeta a lot of one he had only heard about, Planet Sadala. Could it be that Saiyans remained in this universe? Vegeta would answer that question in time, but first, they had Moro's magic move the Dragon Balls over to the rest. As they discussed their next move, they heard a voice from behind.
Well, looks like we found our thieves, Vados. Hand over the Dragon Balls, or I'll erase you.
Vegeta isn't intimidated, though Moro's eyes widened and told Vegeta to back off. Doesn't he know who he is? He is the God of Destruction of Universe 6. Champa. The power he possessed was enticing, but he knew that he couldn't attack the cat. If he tried to absorb his power now, he would surely be killed. Vegeta remembers Beerus. This must be his twin. He was terrified of him as a kid, but he has grown a lot stronger than before. He has nothing to lose. He only asks Champa for what the hell he wanted the Dragon Balls for. Champa doesn't answer, instead teleporting before Vegeta and pointing his hand out. Vegeta, in response, slams his head against Champa. Sure, he would have been afraid of Beerus, but this was just some cat, and he didn't have anything worth protecting anymore. If he was gonna go, he was gonna go with a bang. Champa was insulted, saying that if it's a fight he wants, it's a fight he'll get. The two clash over the 6 Dragon Balls, and Vegeta quickly realizes how outmatched he is. Some of his men start to retreat. It was over, as Champa finally yelled out a Hakai. But when Vegeta closed his eyes welcoming death, Moro used a bit of his power to teleport him away, right next to him. Champa was angry by this altercation and rushed in the way of Moro as well. Moro smirked. Maybe he should do it now. Maybe he should take all of Vegeta's power and get away. But as he thought this, Vados appeared in front of Champa. Vados says that it was very impressive for a normal Saiyan to challenge the God of Destruction like that, and that she's surprised that Champa didn't kill him right away. He wondered if perhaps he too thought that this could be the so-and-so god Beerus talked about so long ago. Upset, Champa asks for clarification, but Vados refuses to elaborate. Champa begins to get upset, but realizes that this must mean this Saiyan is important. If he can draw out that power, then he will be the best bet against Beerus' universes. Vados winks at Vegeta with a smirk. The Saiyan had no idea what she was talking about. A god of some kind? That was definitely not him. Or was it? Champa scoffs, telling Vados that if she doesn't want to tell him, he's just gonna assign her to train Vegeta. Vados is actually delighted, making Champa facepalm. Vegeta's excited to train with them, asking to take Trunks with him as well. In the meantime, Moro will search for the final Super Dragon Ball, only allowing this if it meant eventually he will get more power. If he allowed Vegeta to get stronger, eventually he, too, will be the strongest around. That's when we skip ahead to Universe 7, where Beerus has come to Earth to challenge the Super Saiyan God after fighting Goku in Otherworld. Remember, Goku's dead in this story still, so Gohan is the main Saiyan on Earth. Without Vegeta, it seemed like Earth really was doomed, but from King Kai's planet, Goku suggests to use the Dragon Balls and asks Shenron about the Super Saiyan God. This party is a lot more low-key than the one in the anime and the movie, since Bulma isn't exactly the same person as there. Either way, Shenron explains the God ritual, needing 5 Saiyans to pour their power into another. They've got 2, Gohan and Goten. Whis says that he can get the other one they met in Otherworld, and Videl reveals she's pregnant. Even so, they still need 2 more Saiyans. Goten goes up to Beerus, talking about how they fought 2 other Saiyans not too long ago, Vegeta and Trunks. Gohan tries to pull Goten back, and Bulma says that there's no way they're going to help with the ritual, nor did she want them there, but Beerus is having none of it, telling Whis to find those 2 Saiyans. He searches and searches through planets that are inhabited, meaning no Vampa, but nothing comes out of it until...
Well, if it isn't my dear brother. Looking for a Super Saiyan God, are ya? Well, I've got one for you right here, Beerus.
Everyone was terrified to see Champa. What was this, a God of Destruction bargain sale? Vegeta walks in from behind Champa, smirking at Goku and the others, declaring himself to have ascended beyond Super Saiyan 3. Champa didn't realize he already knew these people. Was he originally from Universe 7? It didn't matter. Clearly, their universe is so bad that he deserted. Beerus asked his brother what the hell he's doing there, and Champa reveals that he's been watching him since he woke up again, just to prove which universe was better. He is quite sad he doesn't have an Earth of his own, so he wonders if there's a way for him to get one. Specifically, this one. But before then, why not show off the power of Super Saiyan God? Vegeta smirks, stepping towards Beerus as his crimson aura bursts open. His training with Vados had paid off. Bulma can't stand to watch Vegeta, but she catches glimpses of little kid Trunks behind Vados staring at her. She waves with a sad smile, but Trunks tries to pretend as if he doesn't look at her. Goten too had been staring down at Trunks. Goku and Gohan are both extremely impressed by the battle. They had both developed their own forms since the challenges against Majin Buu, but this was leaps ahead. Beerus is really impressed by this power. It's beyond what Goku showed off in the movie, even if slightly. After all, this Vegeta has been training with an angel for a bit now. It looks like Beerus is still going to win, however, as they both rise up to the sky, but Vegeta still can't control the power of the Super Saiyan God quite yet, and he's running out of time. He knows it, but unlike Goku, when he drops out of God for a second, he doesn't hear any voices. He's alone. Not even Moro, 7-3, or anyone else. All he sees is little Trunks looking at him with sad eyes. He realizes that everyone who had supported him was no longer rooting for him. Had he made a mistake? The anger he felt now because of this revelation pushes him forward. And unlike Goku, who was pushed on by love from his friends, the Super Saiyan God is reawakened by the hurt he feels. The righteous anger of the Super Saiyan God. Vegeta's power pushed him to punch Beerus across the face, pointing his hand out to create a flaming Big Bang attack, crashed into the water below as the Big Bang spread through the cracks of the earth. Beerus opened his aura to dissipate the water as he looked up at Vegeta with a smirk. He needed to get himself one of those Super Saiyan gods. He thought back at the other Saiyans. Maybe one of them could be fun to play around with. Beerus is still impressed by Vegeta, telling him that if he had been from his universe, then perhaps he would have spared Earth. As they both return to the surface, Beerus begins to prepare a powerful energy ball, with Goku, Gohan, and the others stepping forward to defend Earth, but Vegeta knows they wouldn't be able to stand against him. Champa argues that he wants Earth for himself, telling Beerus not to destroy it, but this only angers his brother even more, giving him more of a reason to do so. Vegeta, however, steps in the way, telling him that if he wants a Super Saiyan God of his own, then Goku is the best choice. He glances over at the other Saiyan, saying that he's the only one to ever give him a true challenge, and he wants to fight him again. Whis says that he can revive him no problem. Goku can't believe that Vegeta did this. Was he mocking him? Or perhaps it was something else. As the Universe 6 team is about to leave, Champa challenges Universe 7 to the tournament, though it will take some time to prepare. Before they return to Universe 6, Vegeta approaches Bulma, not saying a word, but nodding at her. Trunks, on the other hand, says that he's glad to see her again. Bulma bursts into tears, hugging Trunks. He doesn't quite hug back though. Vegeta takes Trunks away as he says,
"Take care of yourself, Bulma."
The lights of the Angel flash on as they're taken away to continue on training. But we switch back to Universe 6 now, with Moro having trouble finding the final Super Dragon Ball. Champa says that they're trying to figure out where it is. But first, he needs the Super Dragon Balls for the tournament. If Universe 6 wins, then Moro will not only get the location for the final Super Dragon Ball, but the wish as well. Moro has no other option. They can't find the final Dragon Ball. So he accepts, banking everything on Vegeta winning. No pressure. Though Vegeta is not involved with Resurrection F at first, it's clear that Goku isn't advancing as quickly as he was in the original story. Without Vegeta, they don't push each other as much. Vegeta only has an advantage because he's been training with an angel for such a long time. So once the time comes to battle Frieza, Frieza actually manages to take down Goku. Gohan joins in, but he too fails against the Tyrant. Frieza stands above both Goku and Gohan, pointing a blast down to Earth. It seems like he's going to destroy it and kill both of the Saiyans. But Whis turns back time just as it's about to explode, telling all the Z fighters that if they want their planet to survive, they need to help the Saiyans out, and maybe even accept help from another one. Bulma once again refuses, but as Piccolo, Krillin, Tien, and the kids fire blast to get him away from them, Bulma finally accepted that they may need some help, as Whis finally asks if Vegeta can come play to Vados, so the Z fighters have to keep fighting until then. Vados only complies when Whis reminds her that he is originally from Universe 7 after all. Champa tries to argue, but Vegeta says that he does want to be involved. If that is who he thinks he is, that he wants to kick Frieza's ass. Once he finally arrives, Goku and Gohan hate that they have to ask for help. It is at this moment that Gohan realizes that he needs to take training seriously. He doesn't want to have to ask for help from Vegeta ever again, and if it pushes his father forward more, past the need of Vegeta, then he will gladly train. But as Vegeta stepped forward to face Frieza, the Emperor smiled. He really wanted to fight Vegeta, and was disappointed to find he wasn't there. Vegeta fought Frieza for a little bit, gauging his power, until realizing that his training could be enough. He let Frieza attack him in such a way that it seemed like Vegeta was going to lose and make everyone think that the world was going to explode. But as he did this, Vegeta burst into Super Saiyan Blue, pushed Frieza back, stepped over his tail to keep him from running away, and told him that one of the first people to betray his trust was Frieza when he destroyed Planet Vegeta. And with that, Vegeta annihilated Frieza. The prince turned back to look at everyone. With a smile, Goku cursed. Of course, Vegeta was ahead of him still. He'd been training with Vados for so long, he managed to reach a power Goku only thought was possible. That Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. Vados told Whis that he'd better train those two, otherwise they don't stand a chance. Whis said that he'd take his sister's advice, as Vados and Vegeta left. Trunks waved his mother goodbye. It seemed to her like part of him wanted to stay, but she couldn't say anything in time. Goku punched the ground. He needed to train and get stronger. Gohan smiled at him, giving him a hand up and promising his father to train even harder than before. They would surpass Vegeta. Goku nodded, and Gohan asked if he had a plan. Goku looked at his fist, thinking of King Kai and saying, "Of course, it's that simple." But back in Universe 6, Vegeta's encounter with them reminded him of the tournament between Universe 6 and 7, asking Champa if he had any idea who he would choose for it. And Champa says that he knows a few people, some Saiyans in fact. That reminds Vegeta he needs to go to Planet Sadala. He wants to personally choose the warriors for his team, requesting that Champa takes him to Planet Sadala. The Universe 6 tournament team begins to take shape. Next, what if Vegeta was betrayed? Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And share with friends who like Dragon Ball. The next part will be up next week, so don't miss it. And as always, thank you to the Patreons of the channel: JP Law, Angel MR, True Lightning Striker, Squad 100, Ghost 1571, PJ90 the Third, Lee Orchides, Orange Bag YT, Trench Rules, D-Man Plays, Jim G, Jerome Foster, D Miles, The Gaming Galaxy, Dakota Kaiser, Salil Paranjape, Keith Grimes, Celestia, Dreadpool, and Samuel Randall. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed, and until we meet again, see ya!